I don't remember the last time I played this game. So...
Let's find out.
You know, that's a bit of a problem.
Also, hi, chat. You thought you'd never see me again, didn't you? Well, too bad. I'm alive.
Automatic patcher. Reliance.
Look at that widescreen.
My. The last time we played Touhou was Touhou 5. Which,
yeah, that's true.
I needed
UFO specifically was a while ago.
I needed footage for that game. There you go.
Actually, the last time we played Touhou was 17.5. Forgot that happened.
Oh, right. I meant
actual Touhou.
I meant the main game stuff. Okay. Well, yeah, as I said, it's been a while, so...
Why is Christian back on stream? You shush.
Let me move the mouse.
Could you keep it down? I'm trying to be boring.
Aim for the ship. Get rich quick.
Hey, chat. I've got a... what if I told you I had a get-rich-quick scheme? I'll tell you for $1 million.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that tweet I saw. It was just like, if there's $1 million on the table, and there's a book on how to make $1 million, I'm taking the book. The real will understand. And it's just a picture of, I think it's Peter Parker, opening up a fucking book on how to make $1 million, and it says, "Shoulda took the $1 million on the table, dumbass." Like, yeah, I guess you probably should have.
That reminds me of a joke where the guy was talking about. He was talking about like if you're taking out money and you're approached by someone who looks like they're poor or is poor, and he's like, can you give me like 50 pence? I want to eat something for dinner. And he's like, bro, you know where to eat for 50 pence? I'm coming with you. You know how to eat for that cheap? Show me the way.
It's called a piece of bread that was thrown at you on a park bench.
What are you?
We're eating good tonight.
Are you a pigeon?
Well, if it means free bread, I guess I am. Alright, I remember this sort of.
Need to get rich quick so I can purchase the advice. That's facts. There's chat. Those jokes are like ogres. They've got layers.
You know, I don't know if I like the stage 1 theme, but it's definitely
it's funny.
Yeah,
it's definitely funny, and that's our fault.
Oh.
I just think of the opening riff, and I
Some real Rumia hyper. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. No! Okay. Okay.
Nailed it.
Rat!
Mod is a fucking rat! Speaking of rats, there's not a rat, but I haven't seen Jerry in a long while. I don't know about you.
She's a mouse.
Yeah, she's a mouse. Jerry the she, who's also named Nazarene, depending on the time of day.
Gold detector. I wouldn't be surprised if this hits me.
Are life pieces unusually large in this game, or did they increase the size after 11? They made them bigger after 11, and I think it was for the best, because maybe this is just me, but sometimes I just kind of lose life pieces in bullets.
Oh, in 11? Yeah. They're really small.
I'm glad they made them bigger, both because of that, and also it does kind of make them easier to grab.
I think it affects the magnet. Oh, fuck. Do I remember how to do this?
I don't know what you're doing, but that was not it. What are you doing? Is this some practice that I didn't see?
No, I don't remember how I don't remember how I did that.
I'm pretty sure
there was a certain way I used to do it.
I thought you just camped the bottom. That's what I did.
No, you definitely don't stay at the bottom.
Well, you do that. I do that normal.
Well, this is not normal.
I can tell. It's hard.
There's a way you have to do that, and I can't remember what it is. There's like a certain way I was doing it that worked out pretty well. But yeah, fuck knows I remember how that one goes.
It's been a while, chat. You know what? Chat, hang on. I can check when the last UFO VOD was uploaded. That would have been... the VOD was uploaded on October 28th, so you know, it's been a while since we've looked at this game. Probably for the best.
I am flabbergasted that didn't hit me.
Stage 2, by the way.
No reason to shoot, Roger.
Bruv. But yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad this is what made Zun realize he couldn't just do whatever.
Kogasa.
Kogasa. Do I prefer 10 Desires over this now, Andrew? Not on your life, sport. Certified TD hater. Welcome to the club. In this house, we do not stand 10 Desires. I will not allow it. Chat, it's been so long since I've been on a stream. I feel like I had a million things I could have talked about, and now I realize I have no idea what's actually happened between now and last time, so I don't know what's, like, new anymore. It was new at one point, now it's not.
Well,
brain injured. Look at all those UFOs. Wouldn't it be great if you could grab them? Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that was a bit of an accident.
Any working during the holiday stories? Not really. Christmas Eve was kind of a little busy, but like ever since Christmas Eve, I've mainly been working evenings, and they're dead as hell.
Really?
Yeah. There's
Wow.
been like nothing.
I mean, that's bad for business, but
It is bad for business.
Ooh.
Can't have 10 Desires? No. 11 minimum.
Oh, fuck, right. This one. This one pisses me off.
Yeah. Chat, I know what I can talk about. Some of you already know this, but much like Dylan, I also redid my sorter. So you can all make fun of my totally better than your opinions of characters from a series. Grab UFOs in UFO? I know, it's crazy. Video games, right?
Wow.
Dang. Did you see that movement?
Alright, I don't remember how I did this one either, but...
You played good, probably. I can't do this one on normal, so... She moved over.
I know that this is the way I did it, roughly, and I know it was, looked really silly.
Dude, she's so close. There you go. Almost timed it out.
Okay.
Didn't see the sword? Alright, chat. For those of you that care, which I'm going to assume is just the one. Dylan, you're cracked at this? He hasn't played the game in months. He hasn't even looked at the game in months. But you know what, chat? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you just take a break from something, come back with zero practice, and you're better than before. You were in shambles during that sorter? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry my opinions are that much better than yours. Oh, it's funny. I'm a comedian. I'm sorry you can't handle how correct I am, but alright, enough hee hee ha ha funnies.
Alright, well, I missed one of the life pieces.
Well, that's unfortunate. As long as you don't die by one life piece, it won't matter. Jesus, those lasers are so much faster.
What's this again?
Here comes the giant fist.
Alright.
Pretty sure you were there for mine. I don't know who was here for Dylan's, because I don't read chat or viewer lists.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
I almost got through that. That's the craziest part.
Man, that's a really cool blue UFO there. You know what's even more annoying that's like only situational that I notice? Is when you summon the UFO and you've got a bunch of point items at the bottom, and because the UFO takes a second to spawn, they just all fall. I'm a mod and don't read chat. Yeah, I'm not a very good mod. I post it? I did post it. But, for those... Alright, I'll stop stalling. While Dylan... You know what? I'll wait for Dylan to be done the boss, because this was like a really hard part of the run last time we played, so I want to try to give him some focus.
I fucking hate Kraken strikes.
And here comes a giant fist! You got it wrong. It's the next one you gotta do that with. Yeah, she's a pixel from death. Welcome to UFO, ladies and gentlemen! Quickly hash together a very special propaganda. Oh, thank you, Demo. I hope we get to see it. Close.
I panic so much on that all the time.
Propaganda or propaganda? I like that.
Laser eyes,
Now,
right?
he's an X-Man. And then face. Well, it could be like that.
Damn it.
Alright, and now we get to the real funky stage.
Come on, Sonic. Feel my funky rhythms.
Please turn red faster. Bro.
What do the UFOs do? You collect 3, and then depending on the colors you grab, you spawn either a red, blue, green, or a rainbow UFO. A red UFO will drop life pieces. All the UFOs have a little gauge around them that fills up as they magnet point items off the screen, and when it fills up, you get extra things. So, a red UFO drops a life piece when it fills the bar, and another life piece when destroyed. Blue one just gives you a bunch of points, which are completely meaningless unless you're a score runner. And the green UFO will drop a full bomb on filling up the gauge and a bomb piece on destruction. And the rainbow UFO, I think, just spawns more UFOs and gives you points. It doesn't actually drop anything. Blue UFOs drop sadness. No, they are sadness.
Yeah.
That's why they're blue. They're sad.
The blue UFO of grief.
Oh,
Bad spot to stand.
this is a red one. Man, I love that red UFO camping in the blue one. Oh, is my sorter? Right. Thank you. I keep stalling. Alright, shot. I like doing the top 20 when I read these out loud. So, you know, you can find out who I almost like the most. Also, because reading the top 10, that's not enough, shot. Tonight, you're not wrong. Alright. Alright, I'll start with 20th to 11th so that you know. You know, chat. Raiko, Futo, Reimu, Jun, Moko, Cloud...
Zun?
Jun.
Zun?
Jun! Well, I mean, Zun's probably up there, too, if he was on the sorter. You know what? Why isn't Zun on the sorter? That's
He's not a
really-
Touhou.
Alright, I'll restart because I lost my place. Raiko, Futo, Reimu, Jun.
Zun?
God damn it. Moko, Clown, Flandre, Byakuren, Momoyo. I almost called her Moko again. And
Mokoyo.
Suika. Mokoyo. There's some fan art for you. And then the top 10, the big, they get their image on the top of the sorter. Hina, Kane, Keiki, Kokoro, Shion, Suiko, Okina, Tenshi, Raisin, and I don't need to tell you the first one. It was already guessed. It wasn't a very hard guess. Zun can't be on the sorter because he'd be number 1 always. True. Cringes at Sanai. Listen, you can cringe at Sanai. I'll be too busy cringing at Flandre. Kaine's peak taste? That's facts. You know why? Because I agree. You know, chat, that's something about the sorters. It always gets under my skin, you know that? It's when a character falls down, it's like, everyone sound the alarms. This person hates this character. Moko's not number 1 on Dylan's sorter. Guys, did you hear the news? Dylan fucking hates Moko now. It's like, that's not how it works. It's not that you even like a character less, it's just sometimes you just end up liking characters more. Dylan explained that in his sorter. It's not like he dislikes Moko, but Moko just ain't getting much, and Reimu got a lot. And so that led to him liking Reimu more.
I'll tell you what I dislike.
This spell card, this entire boss fight, I agree. He hates her. And Suika, true. Dylan and I both had a totally not recency bias, but also new characters are good character. Dylan had Totetsu at 11th, and then I had Momoyo at 12th.
That, suck my dick.
Yeah, and guess what? You're not even past the worst part. You know, there's the other thing about sorters is that you have to realize that just because a character, there are a lot of characters in the series. Just because a character is quote-unquote low does not mean that a person hates them. Dylan has said time and time again that he likes Sanai as a character, and yeah, she's only his 79th favorite? He hates her! No, he has said the opposite. But this is just me venting, chat. I had to yell. I had to get it off my chest. I've been holding this in for months, chat. It's been so long.
I don't remember how any of Stage 5 goes.
It's red.
No, I know it's very red, but I don't remember the techniques I did to do it.
I can't believe Dylan hates Sanai. He hates her. Who's harder, Ichirin or Murasa? It might be Ichirin if Murasa didn't have a fucking 40-second time out at stage 4. What the fuck, Zun?
I think Murasa has worse spell cards.
I think
Murasa has worse spell cards, but Ichirin has more that are annoying as shit. So like, Murasa's finals, I fucking despise them.
What algorithm the sorter uses, if I understand the question right, you pick who you like, and then as it goes on, it only pairs up who you like. Once you get past everyone, it's like, all right, now this round, it's only characters you said you like versus characters you also like, and then it's the characters you didn't like, and then it keeps going. If I understand the question right, which I may not, I may be the big dumb stupid. Did a sorter in Kasen drop from 1st to 87th? I can't believe you hate Kasen now.
That's a big drop, though. What happened?
I don't know, man.
Greatest treasure! Oh my god!
Hearing was lowered by my yelling. You fuckers always complain that I'm not loud enough. Well, now I'm being loud, chat. Are you happy?
I grabbed a blue UFO.
What sorting algorithm it uses, because it looks a lot like merge sort, but it leaves out a bunch of comparisons. Well, I don't need to compare. Like, the bottom of my sorter is Yatsuhashi, big surprise. Second bottom, but whatever. I don't really need the sorter to put up, you know, Tenshi and Yatsuhashi after like an hour of doing the sorter for me to know that I like Tenshi more than Yatsuhashi, you know? I don't need to do that. I've liked all these other characters more than Yatsuhashi, but less than Tenshi. So I don't need the sorter to be like, yo, you like Yatsuhashi more than Tenshi? The answer may surprise you. I can't believe chat hates it when Andrew is loud enough. No, you people are impossible to please. Speaking of impossible, chat, write show in fanon without involving the pagoda. Impossible.
Watch where you're going, you idiot!
This boss fight is great! Oh yeah, isn't it Year of the Tiger now? It shows here, chat. She's got a power up now. I understand this spell card, and I hate it. I get it, I just can't do it. I'm bad. Also, I swear, some of these bullets are smaller than they look, but I don't know that, and I'm never confident enough to commit.
I thought that bullet hit me for sure. The lasers are active the entire duration that they're on the screen.
Cool! Oh yeah, right, I forgot about this tech. This is funny.
What a fucking time for me to remember that. Wrong spot. Yeah, I forgot you had to reverse your rotation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you...
Why did I try it again?
Well, it's not that you couldn't try it again, but you went to collect your power and then went to do it again, and that wasn't gonna mix. That wasn't gonna schmix.
Damn it. Man, I forgot how to do that. Ooh, oh. I remembered the start, and then I forgot you had to reverse your rotation. Oh,
well.
You know, those are static bullets, and they do the same thing every time. Still got hit by it, though.
It do be like that. Cassette dropped because I learned more about other characters and ended up loving them more. I blame Dylan for Nazarene going from 57th to 20th.
Yeah, that happens.
I blame Dylan for Rumia being as high as she is on my starters.
That's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. But you made me care about a character that I never would have cared about otherwise. Chad, I was surprised that I considered Okina my 4th favorite, even though she's cool as fuck. And that's why she's my 4th favorite. She's cool as fuck. That's all there is to it. What makes you like this character more than like 150 others? Is it deep, complex motive, an interesting character? Yes, but also I just think she's cool.
Rat. This spell card is... I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't like this stage. Everything about this stage just infuriates me.
I didn't see that bullet.
You saw bullets?
Something I've learned about UFO is that it loves fireballs, and I don't.
Well,
fireballs are really bright, and they can hide other bullets behind them.
Yeah.
There's also this section. which is just
This stage has a lot of this sections.
the section is luck. That's all.
You're really lucky then.
I have no idea how I just did that.
Chat, I think sorters are really fun to do until you realize that no matter what you're doing a sorter for, you're committing like 2 hours minimum of your life to it.
So the thing I learned about this spell card is that as soon as you dodge the Kirby laser, the red one is going to hit you anyway.
Yeah. Also, this isn't a spell card, but
Yeah,
might
it's
as
a
well
non.
be.
Shows nons are awful.
Are you implying that the spell cards are better?
Not really. They're not really that much better.
Which one do you like more, chair Okina or standing Okina? I like chair Okina.
They're the same character.
Okay, but which one do you prefer? What is this song called?
The tiger striped Vashurama or something like that.
If Dylan dies again, we'll look in the bottom right corner when Show shows up again. Ha. And then you'll see it. I love that Okina has gamer slouch in her Lost Word art.
Holy shit, I pull at a small scale.
And he got kicked.
I need to remember how that works because I'm not doing this fucking non on
Eeny,
its own.
meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. The tiger's gonna fucking maul you to death. Chat, you know what? I've never considered that, chat. Why on earth would you let the tiger go? That tiger's probably pissed at you.
Well, you wouldn't want to make it too angry.
I better have some assistance in letting this tiger go. Because I don't trust that it's not gonna turn around and try to eat my face.
Then why would you let it go?
Well, I'm wondering
if it's gonna fuck you up if you let it go, why would you let it go?
I'm wondering what series of events led me to grab it in the first place. What, like, chat, why are you grabbing
That
tigers?
happened again.
What reason would you have to grab a tiger?
Little day shot.
Honestly, TBH. As someone who has touched a tiger before, fur super soft. Well, at least they've got that going for them. I have never touched a tiger before because I value my hands. Thanks, Nazrin.
Nazrin showing up and breaking the UFO actually kind of helps there because I don't have to shoot it down. As
Yeah.
long as I get the life piece from the fill up. So, you know, you win this round in programming.
Maybe it's a tiger trap. I just assume that you're just straight up grabbing a tiger with your bare hands. No trap involved, no trickery. Just you went up to a tiger
Well,
and
you're
just
capturing
picked
them.
that guy up.
You're capturing them by the toe, right?
Yeah, you're catching that tiger by the toe. You basically just got it on a leg. There was a tiger cup? Huh.
I think about how I play this game and then how much I don't want to play this game.
There's a dude on YouTube who just sleeps with tigers and cheetahs. Why? How? Goodbye! Take me, Jerry. And then Dylan killed himself because he didn't get the red UFO at the beginning and the stage isn't worth continuing.
Well, that one was an accident, but I will own that up. Yeah. Yeah.
Bear trap could catch it. I would imagine the bear trap would catch it more by the ankle than the toe.
Come on. Why?
I don't remember his name, but there were multiple. It's like enclosure they raise wild animals and they look like super friendly.
Why?
Well, they're probably trained to be friendly. They're not. They're. I don't know what the word is. It's evading me right now. But you know, They're trained, I guess. Alright, chat, check out these peak gray strats that Dylan's about to show you. Never mind, there are no enemies and his invincibility wore off. The joke is dead.
I can't believe I had to wait that long to retry the stage. Oh, gotcha this time. Not that it matters, it turns the right color anyway.
Apparently the toes have more sensitive nerves. Ask Dylan. Dylan,
What?
why do the toes have more sensitive nerves?
Don't ask me.
Alright,
There's nerve endings, I guess, in the end of your fingers and toes.
true. Have I ever stubbed my toe before?
Yes.
Yes. I've also hit my elbow on many a school desk. Not a good time.
Kinda crazy how this one's... Never mind. Never mind.
You were about to say
Everything
something
I was just about to say there, never mind. The
fingers.
UFO decided it didn't want to bounce the way I needed it to, and now it's just gonna fuck off.
Well, that's unfortunate.
See you later, UFO.
Bye.
I don't know why it did that differently. It did it the same way the last, like, 4 times I was here. Nazrin? Any particular reason you're all the way to the right?
Because Zun decided in this game that the AI didn't need to follow you, which is really dumb. Toes are leg fingers. That might be the single most disgusting sentence I've ever read. And I don't know why. Toe... Like, you know, feet are just leg hands, but toes being leg fingers? That just sounds wrong. The AI follows you only 2/3 of the time. 1/3 of the time it goes away. Thanks, son. I assume that's... Is that a thing? Is that how it is in all the games, or is this game that beautiful exception to the rule?
Gimme!
After essay, it changes. Neat.
I hate this part of the stage.
How do?
This what I just did there is about the best I can tell you. And this part of the stage, I have no idea. I lucked out the last 2 times I did it.
So this is Makai. So you are the one called Show. The tiger pattern, yeah, that's a word that's not in a language that I speak.
Whoops.
How goes hard mode so far?
It went really well until I got to stage 5.
Yeah, basically. That's just like actual 1cc's when you're still learning. That's how when I was still trying to get my first 1cc, that was how my EOSD runs went. They went well, and then I got to stage 5. The goal of my chat, when I was first trying to get 1cc in EOSD, I had a very straightforward game plan. It was play like a god gamer for stages 1 to 3, play stage 4 good enough, and then just press bomb for stages 5 and 6. And that's the story of how I 1cc'd my first Touhou game.
The hitboxes on the orbs seem really small.
Yeah, something about the hitboxes on the bullets here seems like small, but I don't ever trust them, and that makes me do the spell card very poorly.
That, you know what, the orb didn't hit me there.
That was the bullet.
That was crazy. The orb wasn't the one that killed me.
That's the strategy I always recommend to anyone who hasn't 1cc'd a given game yet. As primo advice.
I didn't have to turn the rotation, you just have to be careful where it starts. Fuck, if I remembered how that worked, it would go better. I'll give it another try.
Funny coinkydink. I just beat this game on normal for the first time earlier. Nice. Dylan. I wish you could just restart a stage like that.
That has got to be the stupidest choice to go along with the
All right.
fact that you restart these stages.
Alright, chat, check out this gray strat. Look at that. You got like 200 grays in that one fairy.
Yeah, now we gotta wait.
I have the same plan for 16, except I use all my resources on Mine Satono and fight Okina perfectly. That is the better strat.
I'd rather fight Okina.
Yep. Okina is... I wouldn't say she's easy. Her nons make sense, and then her spell cards confuse me, and if it wasn't for a release, I would bomb all of them.
I think she suffers from visibility issues.
A little bit. I think during autumn, mostly.
Because, like, the backgrounds match the color of her bullets, and all of her nons are basically just weird versions of Boap, which makes them tough to dodge in general, and then just, you know, it's hard to even see what you're dodging.
I'm glad I managed to figure out what the hell Boap means.
Border of wave and particles. Well, this is a weird experience.
Yeah, you got a second to shoot down the UFO, and now you're dead, and the UFO is gone. Did she give you a kiss when she flew by?
A Pichu. Ding dong.
Only got past Show through bomb spam. Not a bad strategy, because fuck Show, fuck curvy lasers, and just fuck this game, really.
There it goes. I should have bombed on a Show. I got hit a few times without using my bombs because I thought I was in an okay position.
Chat, I'm curious. I feel like you didn't let the gauge fill up. I honestly thought it had filled up. Chat, I forgive me if I've asked this before, but also it's been like 2 months, so at this point, I don't. Who cares if I repeat a question? Are there like mods, I guess, for any of the Touhou games that use life pieces that like make them score dependent? I'm just curious if those exist.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see how UFO would work if you just completely ignore the UFOs and life pieces and just got to, like, you know, play good, get big score, get life. Not that I've heard of.
That means blue UFOs are good.
That's true. Blue UFOs would be the ones to get, and they're the most common, so.
Okay.
I know Lol K Sanai can literally bomb her way through the entire game. When I got recommended a video titled, Lunatic 1cc with Sanai, but I die and or bomb every chapter. It says die or bomb, not and. I don't think he dies and bombs in the same chapter, but I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe he does. Thank you, Plutonium, for gifting a sub. Once you're seeing these games in chronological order is certainly an ordeal. You go from 10, 11, 12 to 13. And then 14. And then 15. Chat, I can count.
Backed up too much. Da 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 da.
Don't know once you see the Kaguya's last, but I have no resources and cracked under pressure. Dude, that's how I feel playing these games. Like, when I have bombs and I'm using bombs, I don't want to lose those bombs by dying, so I'm like on edge. So when I'm doing those extra stage runs where I'm just trying to no bomb, I play better because I have no pressure of losing things anymore because I wasn't going to use them at all.
You know, I like that you can see the amount of time I practiced this spell card, and you can see that it says 3 captures out of 74 attempts.
Well,
so, I tried. Oh my god, did I try. But I could not do
all
it.
the time. Kaguya's final is the very definition of pressure. It's like PDH tier difficult. It's because she doesn't take damage for like 30 fucking seconds. It's dumb.
Hey, show.
F.
How is that the one that hit me? Man, that's what happens when you use a control stick, I imagine.
I wonder how much easier our life could be if we did play on keyboard.
Your turn.
All
I'm
right.
done. Fuck this fucking game. Your turn.
All right.
There you go. I can't do keyboard. Keyboard's too rigid for me. It's
I
weird.
first played this game on keyboard.
I've
I
tried
don't know how I
keyboard
can go
before.
back.
I get smacked around too much. I
Yeah.
can't adjust proper for it.
All right, Chad, it's my turn to go back to new. Who's you?
I can't tell if Kaguya's final has a bunch of HP or it just has armor.
Why is this saying clear? I guess you.
Because
downloaded
even
a
if you
score
don't
file.
want CC.
Dylan, this is the extra stage.
Oh.
Well, you
fuck?
also downloaded a score file because
I-
this shouldn't be unlocked.
Yeah, I guess
So I
they
guess
cleared it.
the one
Alright,
you did
cool.
did it with this, but I have not beaten this yet. So
Has a bunch. It's like Reimu's last word. Not last word. Reimu's last. The fuck is it called? There's
Last
a last
spell?
word in the. Yeah, last spell. Yeah. The last spell is like it feels like a timeout because you don't do any damage until like there's like 20 seconds left on the clock, and then suddenly you do like a ridiculous amount of damage. I hate
I'm
spell
gonna-
cards like that.
I gotta remember how I did this way back when, because I clearly don't. It's been too long. I did not study my own VOD.
I have no idea how different D-pad is to keyboard.
That's not correct.
But we use control stick, not D-pad.
Yeah.
D-pad, I don't know really how D-pad feels like, but I've never really, I don't really use D-pad for anything. I've been using the controller all my life, so like controller is what I can work with. But I can't play on a keyboard.
Nah.
I just don't have the knowledge of where my keys and buttons are relative to my hand position, and I cannot act fast enough. I lose track of buttons even on controller, so, you know. Like, I can't position my hand to shift X and Z all at once in a comfortable way that has my fingers remember what key they're on. With a controller, I can do that because I have them put the way I want them to
Well,
be.
the UFO got away. Fun video game! I don't deserve to be alive after that.
Yeah, the thing about keyboard is you have access to all 4 directions at the palm of your hand, with all different fingers controlling a direction.
I just gotta keep playing, man. I'm not gonna learn anything
But
like this.
with D-pad, you have one hand, and you're kind of at the mercy of your thumb.
Yeah.
Your thumb controls the game. The laughing in the background part of the song, or the fairies mocking you? Maybe both.
Probably both. Alright, now for the fun part of the stage. The full RNG boss fight.
D-pad is good for games where the control stick is hypersensitive with diagonal inputs. That's my opinion. This game does use multi-direction, you know, it's so I think a stick works for it. But there's definitely some finesse you have to do on a stick that you can do much easier on a keyboard. Because you can just tap a keyboard, but when you tap with a control stick, you need to keep up the same amount of pressure on it to make sure you're not going too far. Which, you know, it's a lot easier to fuck up than tapping on the keyboard. They work well enough. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, people who use PS4 controllers, I'm pretty sure they use D-pad.
Probably. They
I don't
should.
know how many people, like, I know people use controllers, but I actually have no idea the percentage of people who use D-pad to analog.
I fucking hate this stage, dude.
Man, I thought you said you practiced.
I practiced IN, not this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, oops.
Yeah, I practiced that, and then we moved on to this.
Well, I didn't move on. I have to fulfill a goal here.
Yeah, well, same difference. Point is, we started playing a different game, and then my practice didn't get to be used.
Speaking of practice, mine's outdated.
How so?
Well, because I couldn't remember how show's third non went.
Oh,
I don't
know what the hell I'm doing either, clearly.
I don't remember how to do the third non, or the final section of stage 5. I couldn't remember how to do greatest treasures. I basically fluked my way up to that point with a rather impressive run, all things considered. But yeah, stage 5 is awful. It's an awful time. Stage is rough as fuck, and then the boss is really difficult. Painful.
Come to me,
What
Red
about
UFO.
for finding people who play Touhou with DK bongos? Now, you can't move in multiple directions with the DK bongos. Remember, the DK bongos have 4 directions. There's left, right, and voice activated. So, you have to map all your controls to that. Something's not gonna be there. Oh, we bombed.
This isn't a no-bomb attempt. This is just to beat the fucking stage attempt.
UFO requires a lot of practice for the stage routing, as well as practice because the bosses are quite difficult. This game is hard. That's all.
Fuck. Me sideways. I fucking love this video game.
A chimp is someone who routes stages and wins through learning them. A gorilla is someone who brute forces with skills and reflexes.
We are not the same.
Well, no, they're not. They're different.
I swear to God, I snapped back into that. I can't prove it, but Source, dude, trust me.
I'm in league with Harambe. Yep. He's my spirit animal.
You bomb for score. I bomb because I'm bad. We are not the same.
I'm just showing off how good I am at death bombing, that's all.
Exactly.
Gorillas ultimately turn into chimps. No, they don't.
I don't think that's
I
how it works.
refuse. I'd sooner turn into an NFT.
No! Say it ain't so. I don't want to have an NFT, bro.
That's what you chimp players look like to me. You look like them fucking monkey NFTs. There you go. Play gorilla. Where's my drink?
Have you ever heard of NFT, Snake?
Brilliant.
NFTs. Non-fungible tokens, Snake. The future of the economy. And I'm afraid I don't remember the rest of it.
Whoa. I'm moving in a quite strange way.
What do you want me to do, man? This game fucking sucks.
Well, you don't need to tell me, dog.
I want lives, but the game won't let me go and get them. And then even if I do get them, I might die getting them.
You gotta play better. That's all I can say. I closed my thing. Yeah, I don't remember what I was doing for most of what I did. I did remember what I was doing for Ichiden, which is impressive. Marasa I remembered. I completely forgot about the maneuver for non-3 for show, and I forgot how I did Greatest Treasures.
Did you see how the UFO moved in front of the enemy so I couldn't shoot him
I know,
down?
Andrew. I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Listen, it's my turn to play and complain, okay?
I know how this game goes. The UFOs bounce around, they change colors, and the game wants
The
me to
screen
run
is
up and
literally
grab them.
impossible to navigate, to get them.
It wants me to run through the bullets, and I don't know how to run through the bullets, get the UFO, save the town, and Mr. Krabs!
Double take 3 times.
The technique involved. It's too sophisticated for me.
Then you do this, then this, and then this, and then this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and then...
The positive side of this is once I complete my objective, I never have to play this game
I fucking
ever
hate
again.
UFOs.
Yeah. Lily is my version of an NFT. Yeah, non-fungible lilies, dude. I have like 7 lilies.
Don't screenshot them.
Those pics go hard.
Don't screenshot them, chat. They're his.
NFLs.
Yeah, I love the National Football Lily.
Hold on, you can't grayscale my NFT. What the fuck? You're changing the product. That is, I'm gonna content claim you for that. You better watch it. You better watch yourself.
Turn red, you pieces of dog shit.
Come on, they're on a timer.
And I want the timer to go by faster.
Wow, you dodged that? Impressive. Bam.
And now you get to copium your way into thinking that the UFO is going to explode because you hear the noise. When the fuck did I grab a red UFO? You know what? I've learned to just stop asking questions.
The fairies came down and died instantly.
Yeah.
And now there's no game to play. Wait a minute, where's Kogasa?
I don't know.
I thought she was supposed to show up at that
I
part.
think she's right now.
Oh.
Apparently, yeah.
Thanks, stage. I don't like this theme very much.
Nah, kind of forget about it. I kind of like the opening, but then it laughs at me, and I'm not really into that.
I just remember it because it laughs. That's about it. Oh, what a dodge.
I would like to get back underneath her.
You know, it's like, whoa, what a dodge.
What a squeeze!
I was thinking about that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick's in the gorilla suit. And then, you know, that's me.
You're
That's
in a
me,
gorilla
I'm in the
suit?
gorilla suit. But then Patrick shows up. And it's like, who the fuck's that? And then he's actually a real gorilla. That's what I need to be. You don't want to be Patrick in the gorilla suit. You want to be the gorilla in the Patrick suit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I can imitate being a gorilla, but I am not a gorilla. But if I am a gorilla imitating human being, then I have not only returned to monkey, I have
am
evolved
monkey.
to the next form of monkey. This pattern goes on longer than it needs to.
Yeah. Just gonna put that right there, and you can go fuck yourself! Thanks for the one-up, by the way. I can't wait to use it on something worthwhile.
I just don't see the reason why that attack needs to go on for like 28 seconds when it's the same thing over and over and over.
You got me, man.
This is important life advice, by the way. Remember this. I'm teaching you how to play these games. You gotta feel the crane. Be the crane.
Be the
Whether
crane!
you want to win or not.
Yes! Yes, SpongeBob, I do! I killed the UFO before I had a chance to collect anything.
Whoa. You're moving a little too rambunctiously there.
I need the life, dude! Why didn't my fuck?
Kaboom!
Video games!
You grabbed
Where'd the blue
one.
UFO come
Where
from?
did that one even come from? Look how many UFOs are bouncing on the screen, dude.
Where do they come from? Where do they go, Cotton Eye Joe?
Why did you encase Lily in an ice block? She's like Mariah Carey. She thaws out when spring comes.
Boy, I sure am glad she's in there and that we're out here and that she's the sheriff and that we're frozen out here and that we're in there and I just remembered we're out here. What I want to know is where's the caveman?
This is a lot of bullet vomit. Oh wow, well done.
I thought I
Well,
grabbed the blue UFO there. I'm
See
not
you
gonna lie
later.
to you.
Not that it matters. You're the boss.
Well, it does matter because I have a red UFO.
What's
and I
an
wanna
alien?
Keep it. Hi. You know what is a good theme though? Is this theme? Hey, an alien? Pretty buff.
I like Nue. She's cool.
She is cool.
Ooh.
All right, I have max power for this, so no, wait, no, it's the second spell card. Bullshit.
I remember this one. I'd rather deal with this one than anything Show throws at me.
Focusing.
Here's
There
the
we go.
drop. Man, it's kind of bittersweet how quickly I did this fight, but I do not miss this stage at all.
No, you wouldn't. Trust me, you don't.
UFO invasion of rage! I'm angry!
So this spell
Man, it
card-
must be nice to be able to hit all the fucking UFOs!
Yeah, this is impossible if I don't have full power because they just don't die.
Oh, that's another thing I don't like about this game. The severe power punishment.
Yeah.
There's your one man.
Alright, and I don't have any bands, so I still gotta play good.
Oh, what a squeeze.
What is this vomit?
It's exactly what you said it is.
Right.
Stage portion is ass, but the boss is fine. I agree. I think Nue is a fine fight. Some
Yeah.
of her spell cards get on my nerves, but that's just because I hate UFOs.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think her fight is fine. I just think her stage is really annoying. It's not very fun to play.
It's not.
be honest, I think my least favorite extra stage boss fight, not counting Hikatia because she's fucking Hikatia, is probably Raiko.
I say this because she's the only one I haven't beaten yet, but I don't like Mamizo because I really hate her bullets.
Okay, Mamizo's bullets are annoying as shit. But a lot of Raiko's spell cards just kind of got on my nerves. Same with her nons.
Hey, I got it. I haven't died yet. That's scary.
Mamizo is my least favorite because she's in 10 Desires. Well, you have a special relationship with that game.
That's true. I also have to play 10 Desires to fight Mamizo to begin with. Oh god, alright.
Oh, okay, this is one of the coolest spell cards
It's
in the
so
series.
cool.
Five.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite spell cards, design-wise, in the entire series.
I'm scared now, chat. I'm shook.
She's a bomb shield member.
I know, it's an extra stage
Oh,
boss.
wow, it
Her
didn't
bullets didn't despawn. I'm scared now.
It didn't even clear them.
Alright, there we go. Right, I don't get life pieces anymore.
Be hitting mob soon enough. Have fun, man. I fucking hate Kanako's final. Because halfway through it, I can't micro. I just can't handle the micros. She pushes so far forward onto the screen, and I just can't handle the waves when they show up in my face. I don't remember much about this spell card. Pretty sure I didn't do it the way I was supposed to. That was a sick dodge. Yeah, you can't really stop the UFOs in time.
I know how to.
So you just have to hope the curtain fire isn't bullshit.
It's called Tonight Has a Broken Bomb.
Ooh, wow, that was some maneuvering.
Die.
Oh, you killed one of the UFOs there.
Nice. Alright, one piece away from another Bibbidi Dance. So just play well. Don't
I believe
fuck up.
the next... Oh,
Ow.
that's a fast one.
Yeah, that was a fastball.
I think the next one is her, the one where she chases you, the darkness one.
No,
Yep, Undefined Darkness. After this is the rainbow UFOs. Yeah, I ended up timing this one out.
I know. Why does she have so much fucking HP, dude?
How can you even see?
I can't.
You know what this reminds me of? That fucking ISC spell card in Yukos with the butterflies. That spell card is so obnoxious. Ooh, right in your face. Oh wow, that didn't last long.
Zun, what am I doing here?
Oh, that's
Alright,
unfortunate.
what a good fight! What a good spell card. Why did Zun think that following spell cards were a good idea in this?
I don't really like them personally.
I hate them.
Koishi, Mamizo, and Nui all have one, and I'm pretty sure I timed all of them out.
They're awful.
I don't know whose is worse though. I honestly don't know whose of the three is worse.
Alright, I'm glad I don't know why I'm quitting. That's not a quit. Actually, it is a quit. I didn't get my fucking UFOs.
Did it leave?
No, I just blew it up because it body blocked the enemy.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens, doesn't it?
Rod and Yukari have fine ones. Rod and Yukari don't have hitboxes on theirs.
That's true.
Those ones, it's less about directing her and more so maneuvering yourself. Koishi's, I believe, is also the longest. And, well...
Alright, I don't know where that came from, because I'm trying to shoot down the UFO.
I know that, hers is like 99 seconds, and it's like you basically just have to dodge overlapping bullets, but Koishi has there's more of a pattern to hers. Like, she has a specific set of movements she does, and then at one point she will tackle you.
I disagree.
And you need to, you can't disagree if you want, but this is just how the fight works.
No, I disagree with that bullet that hit me.
I don't know. No, I don't think a lot of the extra bosses have it. I just think specifically 11, 12, and 13 all have a spell card where the boss chases you with trails of bullets, and they're really annoying because they require you to move around the screen a lot. So if you're not prepared for them, you either time it out or you just get hard-walled by it.
Or you die.
Well, I consider that hard-walling. If it kills you, then you did not scale the wall.
I did not scale the wall. I very much fell off the wall and died.
Koishi actually has a non-survival spell card you can capture by timing out. It's not that one. Wait, really? Which one? Because Koishi actually has 2 legitimate timeouts, but both of them are 30 seconds long because, you know, I can accept that. You just kind of took that one.
Where did that bullet come from?
You just took it, man. It came right for you.
Well, I did not see it. I was a little salty over the UFO leaving because it decided to go in front of the enemies.
Rorschach and Danmaku. If you time it out, it gives you this. It counts it as a cap. Really? Why? That doesn't sound intentional. Grudge Bow works the same. Wait, if you time out Nue's final, it gives you the cap?
Huh.
But hold on, doesn't timing it out also mean you have to do that revenge phase or the rage phase?
Probably.
72 FPS Nue final. Apparently that's a meme.
Why?
Because you have to do you have to time it out at an unlocked frame rate so the game moves faster and it gets really hard. There you go.
All right then.
I've never seen the rage phase either, but I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, you can't actually see it unless you actively go for the timeout. A funny one like that as well is, you know Yukari's second to last spell card, the one that's basically Ron's final?
Yeah.
If you time that down, and in the last like 20 to 25 seconds, it will just instantly enter the final phase. So Yukari goes from shooting a couple of bullet into shooting everything. All of it. She gets really mad that you're stalling. She hates stall players. Border of Life and Death Rage Phase almost impossibly hard and adds super fast aim bullets. Let me direct you to my good friend Gil, who dodged that entire spell card purely horizontally.
That was the worst. That was the worst movement I've ever done.
That man exposed himself. The worst part about that replay is that it tried so hard to be a convincing lie. He could have just called it a task and it been a day, but no, he had to claim that it was something that he did of his own merit. And he had to include the fact that he did that with pure horizontal movement on the timeout, which is just, you know, that's when people looked at it and were like, that doesn't look like it's possible.
That reminds me of the Holy Moly dude from Mario 64. That's one of my favorite cheater stories.
The blindfolded one?
No, not the blindfolded one. The guy who he had the world record like way back in like the early 2000s, and then when someone broke the world record later on, he made a snarky comment. He's like, "Oh yeah, baby, you play like Task. Back then, I held the world record." And then people looked at his run and found out it was cheated.
Well,
no one would have ever known if he just kept his mouth shut. The UFO fucking left. I hate this game.
Talk shit, get hit. There was a guy who cheated a low K lunatic run and did no miss but one bomb to Trembling Shiver Star. Isn't that the guy who stood in place and got the dream cycle for Dormy?
Of course.
I remember this getting mentioned to me because then we tried it when we played low K and I almost got it like 3 attempts.
Yeah.
It was like a 1 in 64 chance or something. Because Dormy has like 8 different patterns she can fire or something like that. I don't know how statistics work for this, but she has multiple different patterns and you have to get the same one multiple times without moving, and then you can just cap it without moving. Oh baby, you play like Task. Oh yeah. That's my name, bro.
Alright, I got this UFO real early.
Careful there. Pew 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 pew. TSS is impossible to capture. Designed by Zun as a troll. It is simply impossible. Say what you want about it, but I do hate that spell card.
What's TSS again?
Trembling Shiver Star.
Ah, right.
The one where you have to micro between things and the graze makes everything shake.
Yeah, I love it.
Fucking annoying. It was designed to catch cheaters. You know, I feel that way about some of the Left 4 Dead achievements. Straight up. Like the ones that are like, play through the entire campaign without getting damaged by a single special infected. Okay. Survive a finale sequence without getting hit even once. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there's 3 tanks minimum, but yeah, sure, let me just do that.
There's 2 tanks you have to fight, and then a 3rd tank will show up when the escape vehicle shows up. Those are real achievements, yes. Look it up. Left 4 Dead 1's achievements. Some of them just straight up look like they are impossible to get. This spell card pisses me off.
Hate it.
Well.
Hello, Kogasa.
Kaboom!
Goodbye, Kogasa. I have another bomb just for your final, because fuck your final, it's garbage.
That sounds like the type of thing you need 3 other people to take hits for the one person to get the Chivo. You know what? I don't remember if the achievement specified everyone not getting hit or only you. I don't remember. One achievement that took me a while to get in that game was the one for not doing friendly fire. Because it is surprisingly easy to accidentally friendly fire. Good thing that didn't erupt. Yeah.
Yeah, lucky me, huh? Playing UFO extra.
The luckiest boy. Ding ding ding! It's like the Untouchables, it's called. Then there's What Are You Trying to Prove, which is beat all the campaigns on Expert, which is really hard because... Ooh, what a spot. Expert is,
really fucking hard.
Yeah. Normal Infected do 20 damage to you if they hit you in the back. 10 damage from the front. The Hunter literally rips you to shreds. The Smoker will strangle you into incapacitated in like 3 hits.
The Witch instantly kills you.
Yeah. The Tank immediately knocks you down and then will kill you if it hits you even once. You know what's funny? In Left 4 Dead 2, for some reason, the Charger's damage was always set, no matter what.
15.
Yep, he always did 15 when he slammed you, no matter the difficulty. So it was actually better for the Charger if it ran up and punched you with its big-ass arm, because it did like 40.
Yeah.
Although the Charger could also run you off the map and kill you automatically.
It could also knock people down if it hit others on the way.
Yeah.
Also, it was just funny to watch it pick you up and slam you into the ground over and over again.
And down. And up. And down. Makes a stupid noise, though.
Alright, I have a bomb more than what I had last time, so cool.
What's an alien?
What's an alien?
I like her question. Cause she's like synonymous with aliens, but she doesn't actually know what aliens are.
I like how Sonata's priority here is just to meet an alien.
I mean, you know, after she meet a bunch of yokai, wouldn't she just consider aliens the same?
Apparently
Or
not.
are aliens some kind of special? Little gray men.
Yeah, the little grays.
That went well.
Yeah.
This one bends weird.
Yeah. Throws me off a little bit. Ooh, alright, I have full power. I can do this one.
Oh, looks like you...
Alright, I'm doing this poorly, but you know what? It's working out kind of.
Trying to get memed on.
Okay, the frog's got me. Frog's got my back. Frogs have got my back!
Ooh.
I hate this vomit.
I have not figured out how I feel about this one.
You gotta focus. Focusing.
Nice. Alright. Somehow not as condensed as the previous non.
Yeah, somehow. And it's done.
Chad, I think Moko has one of the worst nons of every extra stage boss.
Yeah, no. I
Not
know
counting
what you're talking
Hakatia. Because whenever you talk about the worst of something, she's the obvious answer.
about. True. What the fuck?
You moved into it while it was leaving the screen.
Fucking course I did. Alright, get all these off screen so I can just finish the damn spell card.
Moko's final non is actually just the epitome of fast equals difficult level, like pattern design. Because it's just her non cranked up to a speed that is not meant to be played by humans. It is luck if you beat it.
Alright, come on, I can do this one. There we go.
It's meant to accelerate for a second, then stop speeding up. I don't know, man. I just know that it was, it's pretty rough. Because
Yeah.
it's just fast. That's it. It's just fast vomit. It's really hard to deal with.
Superman that hope.
Ooh. Oh, you killed one.
Thankfully. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Ooh, and a
There we
cap.
go. Alright, that one's scary, but I'm confident in it.
Remember, they don't have bomb shield on the nons.
Yeah.
And next is, Dorkness.
I want a bomb for Dorkness.
How you do Kaneko's second non correctly? Oh, I know what one you're talking about because Andrew knew how to do it and I didn't, and then I figured out how to do it and then Andrew couldn't do it anymore.
Alright, I need to keep her. I need to get her up here.
It's such a weird shape. I don't even know how to describe the shape you have to take to dodge it.
It's an odd one.
Ooh, maneuvering.
Fuck.
Reminds me of an ISC attack, just with how much like going around through things you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it reminds me of. Tenchi. Dancing
No.
with the devil on that one. Alright, you're through it at least. Next is Rainbow Invasion. I have no idea how it works. Squeezing.
Yeah, not anymore. Afraid not.
How do you capture Yoshika spell cards?
You don't. Not even the LNN
Um,
players can do it, man.
You have to absorb the spirits.
Fuck.
That she makes spirits show up that she absorbs for HP, and you have to steal them from her before she can absorb them. But that's really hard to do.
I would fucking love to have that extra bomb for this right now. Alright. I've done this song and dance before.
Okay, I don't remember how this goes. Oh wait, I remember. It's the lane change one. Ooh, baby.
I don't know how to do it.
This one you stress the fuck out of me with.
Yeah, because I was inside the pills most of the time. Fuck.
I hate watching that, man.
Ugh.
Every single time you try to get back in lane, it's like you're so fucking close to touching the laser.
It's
line.
scary, man.
How the hell did I cap that one?
How did you cap that?
I have no idea how I capped that one. That's the only extra timeout I've ever
Well,
capped.
you probably didn't have any bombs, first of all.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Probably didn't have much of a choice in the matter.
I remember when I did this boss fight, I only looked at advice up to the spell cards I was aware of, and then I was like, I'll see the spell card first before I have to like figure out how to do it. So, the last spell card I knew of, when I did it, was I think the green UFO one, and then I had to do the darkness one, and I managed to time it out. The rainbow one, I got lucky, but then I managed to cap the timeout, and then the final was not too bad because I didn't time it out. Philosophy of a hated person. I didn't cap that one, but I figured out how to dodge 2 of the 3 different waves of it. It's only a 30-second timeout. That was interesting. I don't even know how you dodged that.
I don't know either. I just kind of go for shit, because what else do you do in this stage?
What does capturing mean? Capturing just refers to beating the spell card without getting hit or bombing. So
you see the...
You get the bonus, and it's referred to as a capture bonus.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called a capture. 30 seconds. Yes, Polygraph and Philosophy of a Hated Person are 30 seconds long. Philosophy of a Hated Person is not a long timeout.
Surprisingly.
I told you, Koishi's got 2 timeouts and a pseudo timeout that goes on for 99 seconds. There's no way Philosophy is 30 seconds?
Thanks, Kogasa, you fucking...
Is it? No, it's... Was it 30 or 45? It's 60. Was it 60? I guess that makes more sense than 30. But I don't remember it being very long. But that's probably because all the other extra boss timeouts are 99 seconds.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
What do you mean?
No, they're not. They are not almost 2 minutes long. There's
What?
no way. There's no
99
way.
seconds, yeah.
Crazy.
Pretty
There's
sure
no fucking way they're all that long.
Flan's is 99 seconds. Ron's is too.
What the fuck? Am I insane, chat?
The rest are 99s. They're not 2 minutes, but the counter doesn't go past 99. Some spell cards are longer than that. Like, Kaguya's Final, I believe, is longer than that. Because of the armor phase.
Huh.
Eden's super timeout is stupid. I hate it. Virtue of the Wing Goddess is 150 seconds long. Jesus Christ. That's long.
I got lucky as fuck! I didn't react to a single thing that happened!
Welcome to Show's Lasers, where I pretend I'm reacting, but I'm not reacting. I'm just hoping I'm in the right spot!
Oh, whoops.
Well, this happened.
Oh well. I don't remember this part of the stage from before, and I kind of think I hate it.
Now, Eden gets a fancy one attempt timeout, and
Right,
then
I don't have any bombs.
no, and then no one does it because Final B is where the real game is. Eden just kind of sits in obscurity because no one wants to do Final B or Final A.
What?
Oh, well,
The fuck? You know what? It's your turn now. I think I'm done with this.
all right, my turn. Well, allow me to boot up the practice patch first so I can remember my things.
All right.
Okay, chat. Give me a moment.
I love UFO chat.
TH Prac. There it is. There we go. Alright, give me a moment. Forgot about this part. Special slow pause. Skip. I just need to remember... I need to remember what I'm doing for... the Nazarene Pendulum. With like 2 power or something. I don't know how much power I have, 1.75. Sure, why not? Okay, how did I do this one again? I'm pretty sure...
How did you do it?
Yeah, I started in here.
Bro, I don't remember this method at all. What the hell? Right, do those crystals even have a hitbox?
What?
Do those crystals have a hitbox?
What do you think?
I'm guessing yeah. I don't know why. It just part of me remembered maybe they didn't, but I don't know why.
I remember I could do it in 6 bullets.
Alright, so they do have a hitbox.
Hold on. How do you do this again? No, it's escape. Backspace? There it is. There we go. I remember the start. You go
Try
in between
touching
them. 1 bullet. Back up. 2 bullets. 3, 4, 5.
You know, chat, it just dawned on me. The fact that enemies have hitboxes means that your opponent counts as a bullet in the spell card rules. Like, that has to be a written rule, right?
I guess so.
Like, in the unlikely event that you collide with your opponent, which, by the way, why do they get to win the trade? Bullshit, if you ask me.
Okay, that kind of works.
Micrododging is easy, tough to teach, if not impossible, outside of telling people where to focus their eyes. I don't know, man. If I was trying to teach someone how to micro, I'd just be like, see that gap in there? Try to fit through that. Just believe that you can, and you might.
One more time.
See, this actually reminds me of the one time I practiced, although instead of stage 1, it was the extra stage. And then we didn't play IN again. The end.
Alright, now the question is, will I remember that when I actually get here? The answer? Who knows?
Don't think there's a good way to teach dodging beyond forcing someone to start playing aggressively and letting them figure things out on their own. Just throw them in and be like, alright, good luck, have fun. This strategy looks like something that would be nice to have homing amulets for. Just because you can kind of keep your distance a little better and get some chip damage.
I was just getting way too close to her. Because
You wanted damage.
She kept booty checking me.
Yeah. That happens a lot in ISC too, funnily enough. Chat, I'm noticing a pattern here.
Just gotta be careful when she returns.
Oh, I guess you're just doing this.
I still have 1.75 power.
At least your base shot is stronger, Copium. Noticing a pattern? Yeah, everything in this game reminds me of the other Touhou game I hate playing. Not 10 Desires ISC, but that's only because I chose to play the game itemless because I'm an idiot. I remember when I found out that the little stars are supposed to be marking where those are going and aren't just something else. I don't notice them. Hey, you got it. You recaptured Nightmare Wheel yesterday for some reason. Yeah, you're goddamn right for some reason. Why the hell would you do that? Surely there was something else you could have done to enjoy yourself. Go for a nice tandem bike ride in the middle of January.
Damn it.
I was gonna do 5-2, but I changed my mind. That's some... Well, at least you did the right thing. I still want to know who decided Kaguya shouldn't take damage until 30-40 seconds into the final.
Same with Reimu's last spell.
Yeah.
Stupid.
At least Reimu's health drains. Kaguya's just like, alright, now I take damage like a normal boss. Oh yeah, right, you didn't have 4 power. Zun, probably. To be fair, that is the correct answer.
Okay, I need to wait a little bit here to kill all 4 of them.
You know what I'm gonna do while you're practicing is I'm gonna look up the VOD again, because it's right here. I want to know how I did the opening state to the extra stage, because I swear it was a lot more consistent when I was doing it back then. Like, I had less issues with it.
Okay, well, I should move after that part, but...
There I is. Alright, how the hell did I do this? Alright, apparently I'm just a fucking monkey, apparently. I thought I did some kind of streaming strategy. No, apparently I'm just dumb. Okay, I also didn't... Alright, for some reason my strategy changed at some point. Yeah, and then I ran into a bullet. Sounds about right. I tried to get a UFO!
That seems to be working. So what I'm doing is I'm starting on the left, waiting, making sure all 4 of those are dead, and then I'm moving when the 4th bullet explodes. When the 4th one explodes, that's when I move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And it seems to work pretty consistently. Just need to stall a little bit there. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you got it.
Give me a little
What
bit.
about the ending?
The ending? That is the ending.
Well, what is that the ending? I thought that was the beginning.
No,
The
that's
hell?
that's the final section.
Oh my god. Everywhere in this stage just looks the damn same to me.
There's no trick to this one. It's just be good at the game.
Yo, the Dream Luck stood there and took it. Might be because the music started at the beginning. Probably.
So I've more or less given up the hope that I can actually do Radiant Treasure Gun. Because
Well, it's
the
just a
attempts-
bomb for me and Myron. It sounds like you were not alone in that.
This spell card is abysmal.
This one's supposed to be easier than Nazrin's version.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the way the bullets come out of the lasers is the same.
Yeah, like, it's supposed to be, like, a little more consistent. Except you're dying the same way over and over again.
Show moves a certain way as well. But the blue one is consistent. But where she aims the red one, I believe is... I think it might be... I don't know if it's consistent where she aims the red one, or if it's aimed at me. Probably consistent. But it's just awful.
Show is one of those unique bosses that anyone at any skill level can understand the pain of. Ain't that just it? You don't have to be good at the game to hate her, and you don't hate her because you're bad at the game. We all hate her because... Look at this. It sucks.
You're supposed to, you know, you can follow her, but as you can see, it's easier to dodge going right than it is left. But that's still not easy.
Palgear's last starts at 99 seconds, and she doesn't start taking normal damage until 48 seconds. Thanks, son. I assume the gist was that Nazrin couldn't use the pagoda properly, so her bullets were random and chaotic. Show has full control, so there's order to them. That would make sense.
Nazrin also doesn't move herself.
True, but even then, this opening bit here is not consistent with Nazrin.
Nazrin also doesn't shoot the little yellow lasers. Alright, I don't know why I'm humoring this, because I know I'm never gonna cap it.
Even through all of her is brutal, he manages to have that one attack that's so much more infamous. Vajra.
I wish there was an easier way to go about this.
I mean, you could press bomb.
Well, I mean, that is definitely an easier way to go about this.
You could tass it and claim it as your own.
Huh. And then immediately after, you're greeted to this.
This is a stage 2 boss. What are you talking about? This is the stage 5 boss. Did I miss a conversation in chat somewhere? If this was the stage 2 boss, I don't know if this game would be right for me.
That'd be a hell of a game. Show us stage 2.
Once you see another game.
Even Lol K is not this bad as stage 2.
Are we stage? Yeah. This is thankfully not stage 2. This is stage 5. Actually, would it be better if this was stage 2, just so you could get it over with?
Only if the rest of the game remained the same, I suppose. Yo, isn't it really cool how she's just hanging out nowhere near me?
Yeah, thanks, Zun.
I'm not following her. Fuck that.
Kogasa's weirdly easy for a stage 5 boss.
You say that, but Kogasa's got some shit. Straight up.
What helped bridge the gap between normal and hard was playing shoot the bullet all the way through to the end. See, I copiumed my way into thinking that playing ISC itemless would make me better at the game. And it might have, but not to the extent that I would hope it did. What is this cursed non-card dodging method? I hate it. It's some tech that Dylan learned at some point, and he's committed to it. Kogasa on Lunatic is harder than Fudo on Lunatic. Yeah, because 10 Desires is Babby game. Ooh. Chat, I don't know if it's because this game is hard, even though it is, or if it's just because, like, I know what I have to do in order to regain my mistakes back, but I get stressed out doing everything in this game. Like, is it because it's hard, or is it because I know I have to get the UFOs just to break even again? If 10 Desires is Babby game, why haven't I beaten Mamizo yet? Because she's a bad boss. Her bullets suck. I'm bad at the game. The game is shit, because I can't beat it.
Well, I'd say a 2-death show is not bad, but I think with, like, this is a good time to probably get a little bit of practice in with going on with Byakuren, since I'm not prepared for that in the slightest.
You know, chat, that's the other issue. I'm pretty sure I play the worst character in 10 Desires, so that doesn't help things.
That's your own damn fault.
It is not my fault. Listen, we play low tiers in games where it actually matters.
Yeah, I guess we are like that.
We
Ding.
chose that path. I fell down a hole that I couldn't climb up out of because I was a casual, got DDD on random in Smash 4 online doubles with Christian, and I was like, yo, this character's down smash killed. How early? That's literally it. I thought DDD had a fucking broken down smash, and that's how I ended up playing him, chat, and I've suffered ever since.
I like Incineroar's F smash.
The field goal?
That's just funny.
It is funny.
Motherfucker just dies.
I like how if you listen, it sounds like he's saying mid-tier when he says it.
Mid-tier.
If only. I forgot what I do in this section.
I've been indirectly issued a formal apology by Brian, who has played who said he played Mewtwo for the last few days and understands our pain now.
I don't remember how to do this part.
I don't either.
I think it was Big Streams.
Fires of Hokai is a certified banger. You're goddamn right. This is probably chat. You know what? I want to do like a music sorter, but I don't have enough memory of a lot of songs to really do it.
I have
to sit
no
down.
desire to touch something like that.
Because that's just pure opinion, right?
It's huge. It's so fucking big.
True, it is effectively like twice as big because you've got a stage theme and a character boss theme. I wouldn't mind sitting down to do it if I just had the time, but like I just don't remember enough themes off the top of my head to do it. It'd be like when I did my first character sorter, and it's like, oh, Xion, this character looks like Moko. Must be PC98 then.
That's so wacky.
I
You
know.
thought Xion was PC98.
'Cause she looks-
I just don't see it in her at all.
I thought she looked. I knew who Moko was because of you, and I thought there's no way this character could exist in the same world.
Oh god, I forgot about this part.
Chat, that's not a joke. I genuinely thought Xion was a PC98 character because she looked similar to Moko. What about a character sorter based on how... I could do a character sorter just based on their theme, and that would be quicker, but... I don't know, man. I feel like if you're gonna do a music sorter, you gotta go all the way.
I remember I practiced this ball.
Wait, do they have the songs play for you in the music sorter?
They link YouTube videos, yes.
Oh,
so you can
okay.
actually listen to them.
I just feel like that would extend the link longer. I'd rather listen to them beforehand and just hope I can remember them.
No, because there's a lot of tracks. It's gonna pull a bunch of tracks from the fighting games and stuff.
Oh, God, you're
Multiple
right.
ranges. There's like 6,000.
I'd probably cut out the
Not
side games.
6,000 tracks, sorry, but there's like hold on. I just realized I'm practicing the wrong part. I'm supposed to be practicing New Ball, who I guess is classified
I also
as the
don't
mid
know
boss.
anything about like the music collection or the CDs, so I'd probably just keep it to main series only.
Alright. I practiced this before, and I had a way to get through it.
I mean, maybe it's just because I did it on normal, but is it really that different compared to normal on hard?
For this part, it's faster here.
First Touhou game you played was Antinomy of Common Flowers, so Jun and Xion stand out to me a lot. That's fair. Chat, my first experience with Touhou was a Touhoumon ROM hack. So,
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good one for most
yeah,
people.
That's why, chat, that is literally the reason Hina is in my top 10. She was one of the first Touhous I was ever exposed to.
Alright, I gotta pick a side, a better side. Maybe left is better for that.
I got the old rod, used the fishing rod, and I got a little chibi Hina.
You pulled me out with a fucking fishing rod?
Yeah,
That actually makes sense, actually, because she's one of those dolls you float down the river.
yeah. I like how in every, like, Pokemon or Touhoumon game, Hina's character is just that she's wheezing. She's a poison type with levitate.
Yes, it's annoying as shit.
I hope I can watch you play a lot of Touhoumon Purple. If I'm remembering my Touhoumons correctly, I think that's the one I played not too long ago, like maybe a year ago at this point.
I played that one before, but I didn't play very much of it. I got
Yeah.
to Watson. I just
ended
remember
up-
he sent out a technical Luna, and I was like, oh fuck.
the hardest part for me, and I've said this before, was the rival had a speed Rumia, and it literally 6-0'd my team. Like, no cap. I had to get correct RNG, or I just lost.
Okay, so you can kind of you stay center for the first one.
I usually just
You
kind
can
of
stay
stayed a little
centered.
bit off to the left.
I'm just trying to see, like, you can stay centered for mostly all of them, but not
Yeah.
this one. I don't even know what hit me there.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from.
The less movement, the better. So yeah, I can kind of, I don't have to move too much for that one. And I don't have to move too much for that one.
First experience was all the Touhou memes, but really EOSD because that's how I learned they were Touhou memes to begin with. A lot of the memes originate from EOSD, so I'm not shocked to hear that. My first Touhou game was also EOSD, because I just figured starting from the beginning was the best.
Mine was PCB because Mark's laptop did not have EOSD running properly.
Unlock frame rate?
No, I just couldn't get it to open at all.
Oh, weird.
Well, that kind of worked. Okay.
And then I actually skipped 7, because I remember you talked about how much you like 8, so I went to that one next.
I did
play
like
7.
8 a lot, yeah.
I didn't play 7 until a little bit later.
I played Moth a lot because
I-
I kept losing my lives, and I finally did eventually beat Kaneko. And then I did manage to beat Orin after a lot of attempts. I didn't do that the way I wanted
I
to.
remember,
But I did beat Utso. And then I got to show in UFO, and I was done playing these games.
I I remember playing Mountain of Faith. I spent a lot of time on Waterfall because I was like, dude, I gotta do this.
Yep. Waterfall took forever.
Yep.
When I went to the options menu and it didn't let me change my lives, I was like, what do you mean?
I feel like I had that similar experience.
I was wondering why I was not allowed to play the game the way I wanted to anymore. Not cool, bruh.
It's still weird that we essentially play that game reverse because I ended up beating that game with homing amulets because they're busted.
You know, it's interesting that around Mountain of Faith's, like, you know, creation, the games were being made to be more accessible to people who aren't, like, shmup players.
Yeah.
But then he went and made it so you couldn't adjust the fucking life count.
Thanks, Zun.
What the fuck, Zun?
Yeah, and then he followed it up with subterranean animism.
Yeah, and then UFO.
Oh my.
What the fuck was that about?
Also, yeah, I agree with this. You gotta love how Waterfall is literally harder than the entire rest of the game. Stage 5 and 6 are actually easier than Stage 4.
I barely remember Stage 5 and 6.
Stage 6 I remember because you have to redo it every time you lose to Kaneko, so...
Fair enough.
Stage 5 is definitely a blur in my mind, though, even though I remember some of it.
This is working out kind of well. Centered.
It was where I was introduced to the exquisite masterpiece that is Sanai's art.
I hate her bullets.
I don't get what you hate.
I cannot dodge stars.
I don't get it, man. I never looked at them and went, damn, I can't do this. And I never remembered struggling with them, but I also barely remember Sanai at all.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that that is as good as I can get it. So stay centered mostly for the first three, and then want to be more to the left for the last one. Okay, now Jesus.
Forever Being is a great song, but I did have to hear the start of it a lot of times. Yeah.
Okay, I remember how this works. But I don't remember what I'm looking for.
You ever notice how when you're looking at the health bar, it drains really fast, but then
Yep.
when you're focusing on dodging, it feels like you're not doing any damage?
Yep.
Dylan, what are you doing? He's practicing Byakuren.
What does it look like I'm doing?
Why? If he's gonna get here eventually, it would help if he knew what he did.
I've
Also,
been here
fuck the spell
before.
card. You've seen this before?
This is another one of those spell cards that when I get to it, it's a bomb because the spell card is fucking abysmal.
Thank you, Maximus, for the 1 bit. OMG UFO, I love mysterious flying objects. Well, that makes one of us. Ah,
I love UFO!
I love undefined fantastic objects.
Right, this is right.
Train.
I forgot what this was.
Yes,
I thought
Dylan,
this
you
was
do string to the right.
I thought this was ketchup and mustard.
No, that's not till later. I think it's the next one or the one after. Byakuren is cool. I like Byakuren a lot.
And I remember the butterfly one. This one's static.
Yes.
I did this
remember
one
that.
a few times, but I never practiced it.
Byakuren is a really cool character, and I like her a lot. Her hair weirds me out because it's supposed to be natural, but it's cool, so who gives a shit? Her scroll is cool. She's cool. She's got a cool motorcycle.
This is the ketchup and mustard.
Yes. I couldn't remember if it was next or next after. The one after this is the one where she fucking moves.
This one's so much, dude.
Yeah, wait, it gets better when she starts moving next time.
Can I have my power back, please? And this one is, yeah.
Got 5 misses to Byakuren, the normal one. CC. I'm not surprised. This boss is actually quite hard.
This boss is fucking ridiculous. Like, you think Sho is bad, and then, like,
This is a case
Byakuren
of,
is
like-
still pretty fucking bad.
This is a case of, like, everything that you have to do to win makes sense, but damn, it's still hard.
I disagree. This is bullshit. I'm going back to the start. Alright, so I can do the first non, but I also tend to fuck it up because I lose myself in my my pathway.
When you think about it, many characters I like are from this game. That's how I feel about Mountain of Faith. Mountain of Faith gave us Snai, Suiko, and Hina, and those are all in my top 10.
Yeah, so Cloudy Way of Purple is a bomb because it's a lot of micros between waves of stuff, like that, and it's really difficult.
I see.
It's just messy. Non 2 is the laser.
chat, I want to be real with you real quick. I've been looking at chat. Not that anyone has said anything particularly bad, but I've been looking at chat, and I'm thinking to myself, man, what would happen if someone needed to be timed out? Because Dylan's not free to do that. Then I remembered we have mods. I forgot we have people that do that for us. That's not even a joke. I actually forgot you guys were there. Notorian Touhou.
I'm gonna fuck that up when it matters. Don't worry.
Forgot their existence? I did. No, you're being fine, Hawkeye. It's all good. I'm like, Dylan. Comedy.
I'm gonna bomb this non if I have to. I'm gonna bomb this spell card. I have to.
You know, it'd be really
I gotta bomb everything!
Imagine if someone came in and was just like, yo, this run's godlike, dude. And you're like, thanks, it's practice.
It would be a pretty godlike run if I got here with this amount of resources. Like, the fact that there are only 4 bullets that get fired speaks volumes of what Zun thought about the lasers for the spell card.
That laser was inside of you 10 years ago.
So this is another one of those attacks that I'm going to bomb.
Yeah.
How many attacks am I not going to bomb, you may be wondering? Well, funny story. 1. Maybe 2.
If you ever think a spell card is hard, you can always remember Touhou Unreasonable Mechanism exists.
And now I have 1 power.
You know, that's another thing. Starting with, like, I kind of Mountain of Faith, but I think more so in SA, and especially here. The power loss from dying is just, ugh.
So this is another spell card I'm gonna bomb.
Really? I can't imagine. It's probably easier to remember which of Byakuran's attacks you won't bomb.
Yes! Yes, it is! Her first non and her second spell card. And her second non. I can do that one.
Right, yeah, in Subterranean... for some reason, I thought in Subterranean you only got back like half power. No, it's in this game where the power drop became stupid. Go figure, UFO got it wrong. UFO, TD, and yeah, Unconnected Marketeers was really bad with that too.
Ah! Almost capped it. Oh well.
So close.
And if I remember correctly, this one is... She has like a weird bomb shield on this one.
Yeah, bombs don't do much to her. You wouldn't download a spell card, will you? Also, you say spell card theft isn't a joke, like spell cards haven't been stolen several times. If it wasn't a joke, surely Reimu would have cracked down on it by now. Also, especially when she fought Satori. Satori is the epitome of spell card theft.
Ow. I'm doing this one wrong. I can already tell. Chasing her is really annoying.
Yeah.
Big P.
You're now
Nice.
at just
Flying
shy.
bowls!
You're at just shy of 3 power. You missed a few.
This one has a bomb shield, doesn't it?
I think.
I think it does.
Pretty sure it does. Timer's also not going down, so. I love that you get to the quieter part of the song. There's less in the background. You just hear the trumpet. I think that's a trumpet. I am not musically inclined.
Do you ever just resign yourself to your fate and then you dodge it anyway?
Tori's actually kind of interesting. The rules say you have to declare your number of cards before the fight starts, so I figure characters have prepared cards ready. Ow. Tori literally copies them on the spot. What do you mean you declare the amount of spell cards you have before the fight starts? How long has that been a rule?
Has anyone ever done that?
I don't know. Apparently, is that how it works?
I don't think anyone's ever done that. Do it again.
You say the rules are a joke, but if they were a joke, then the population of Gensokyo would be a lot smaller.
The rules are very important.
That's how it works? Bro, how have I not known this?
Yeah, I didn't know they had to declare how many spell cards they're gonna use.
So what? So extra stage bosses are literally just assholes. They're the. extra stage bosses are the guys that showed up to the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament with the 22,222 card deck.
Well, they realize the game is over, so they're like, let's just go all out. Makes sense to me.
But like, why can't everyone else go out while the game isn't over? Why would they?
Do you really want them to?
There's a lot of stuff.
Imagine if you ran into Wriggle and she was like, I have 9 spell cards. The fuck?
We don't see a lot of things during the match, but we still know things. I didn't know this part. How many Yu-Gi-Oh card deck? Yeah, that's why there's a deck limit, because someone brought a
big deck.
A big deck. It was 22,222 cards,
Ow.
and it was made with the intent of shuffling it as much as possible. What's the Touhou equivalent of a mill deck? 500 spell cards that last 5 seconds?
I knew that would happen. I knew I would get hit on
I
this
think
one
that's just
eventually.
Touhou Pot of Greed.
Ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, that's the picture of the two. I like how you just call them nerds. Yes, the two nerds holding the casket. That is the deck that is inside there. They don't agree on shit before the fight starts. They say hi and then fight starts. No one has a reason for fighting in this damn world.
Wow.
Wouldn't the equivalent of a mill deck in Touhou be something closer to timeout spells? No, that's stall. I would say timeouts are stall.
They're passive. They don't want to fight you.
Pacifist spell
Well, they don't
cards.
let you fight. I know what I'm supposed to do for this non, but I'm not going to bother doing it unless I have to. I still got hit.
My pathetic grandpa's deck has no cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the stuffable Exodia. Ah, possible. My favorite video. My other favorite video is what if Yugi never lost the Exodia cards?
How the fuck did he draw all 5 of those cards on like his first turn?
What do you mean?
He just flipped over the main Exodia and he was like, I win.
I don't know. I remember when he drew the.
Why didn't
the white-
Kaiba rip up that card?
I
Why
don't
did he
know.
rip up the blue eyes?
So that it couldn't be used against him.
But Exodia is okay?
Because, well, no one's ever been able to summon him.
Oh, wait, you're
Yugi
right.
is apparently the first person to ever do that in the history of the game.
Except that rare hunter who had an Exodia deck who did it to Joey.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did do that. And then they decked him out with Revival Jam. I know you have to honor a request, but nobody actually nobody makes these fucking requests verbally. I refuse. You do not see this agreement happen. Exodia deck is Hikatia because you die immediately? True. I like to imagine that Exodia would be Hiso Tensaku. I don't know why, I just think that'd be funny.
Okay, I think I can do that one, but I need a better understanding of what's happening for it.
The Pharaoh has passive fate manipulation, hence why they had to write Exodia out of the plot. I thought they did
Say
that.
goodbye to Exodia!
I thought they did that because they realized giving the main character,
A top decking ability like
no,
that.
it's
when
just
he
the
top
ability
decks-
to instantly win out of any situation was probably not a great idea.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a card game at first, right?
True. It was weird. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was weird.
Oh. You'd think this one would be better because I have guidelines to follow, but I get information overloaded. The only way
Chat.
I see it forward is forward. And then I
Chat,
don't
speaking
do
of
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! May I share with you all my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Card texts ever? I promise you it's worth it. Hang on, chat, let me find it.
Bonus fail.
Alright, chat, so there's a... Alright, Dylan's dead.
Alright.
Is it real runtime?
I'll give it a shot.
Alright.
Aim for the treasure ship. Get rich quick.
Alright, chat. So, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Card text of all time is a card called Volt Tester, whose effect is as follows. If this card is special summoned to a zone a Link monster points to, destroy all Link monsters that point to this card, then destroy all other monsters that those Link monsters pointed to, and follow the Link arrows of all those destroyed monsters, destroying everything they point to and repeating the process until there are no more to destroy. This card cannot be destroyed by this effect, and it's a hard once per turn. I just love the phrasing, destroy everything until there are no more to destroy.
The pointer.
And you know what's funny is that, as far as I know, there's no ruling on what everything means, so it could destroy spell and traps that Link monsters point to. Destroy everything until there is no more to destroy. Is the throat clearing also written on the card? No. Rip and tear until nothing is left? No, you destroy everything until there is no more to destroy. Repeat the process. That's the other funny part, is when it tells you to repeat the process.
Ding, 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 ding.
You lost me at when. That's true, it's a when effect, it's garbage. If effects are where it's at. It's just a near board. Well, it's a board clear. What does destroy mean? Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. It means destroy the card. Destroy everything. What does everything mean?
Everything.
Until there is no more to destroy.
Leave no survivors.
It's a near board clear if you're like, if you play it against like an extra Link board and your opponent was stupid enough to let an arrow point to your field, then yeah. What do you think happens to a card when it's destroyed in Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's sent to the graveyard.
Unless it's a pendulum, then it goes to the extra deck face up. Pendulums were a thing that Konami did. What's the name of the card again? It's called Volt Tester.
Whoa.
I am John Konami. John Konami has a lot of power. For better or for worse.
Whoa.
John Konami does things like print Red Eyes Dark Dragoon and says, yeah, this is fine.
Got it.
John Konami thought Pot of Greed wouldn't be broken later on.
But it doesn't seem like it'd be that broken. It's just a fucking card that lets you draw 2 cards.
Is that what it does?
Yeah, did you know?
No.
Yeah, there's a card called Jar of Greed. That's a trap card that lets you draw 1 card.
Yeah, it's great. No, it's not actually. It's terrible.
Yeah, what the fuck's the point of adding a card into your deck that lets you draw a card in your deck?
Did you know? Pendulums. They're half monster, half spell, but unlike most things that result in a monster in the spell trap zone, the category of a spell pendulum monster is undefined. I believe that because I'd assume that's why pendulums gain their monster floating effects when they're destroyed in the pendulum zone.
I don't understand how pendulums work.
No one truly does. Except I do, because I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Long enough now. Also, Konami has decided they don't hate pendulums anymore and are starting to print support for them again. What's the difference between Red Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Dragoon? Red Eyes Black Dragon is a 2400 attack vanilla monster that no one plays because they want to, and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is a fusion monster of Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician that's banned in Japan.
I did the thing
Oh yeah,
that I
speaking of
practiced.
pendulums, yo, you just beat Nazarin's pendulum scale, dog.
I did the thing that I
You
practiced.
did the thing.
I hate when a blue UFO comes out and just looks at me like it's expecting something from me. I'm not sure what it wants though.
You play Red Eyes Meteor Dragon? Good, so do I. When I
Red
play
Eyes
Red
Meteor Dragon is so cool.
Well, Red Eyes Meteor Dragon, but then there's also the retrain, which is Meteor Black Comet Dragon.
That's a cool name.
That is a cool name. It's a pretty good card too. We need Nazarin playing Pendulum Magicians? I'd agree to that.
mistake has been made.
Chat, friendly reminder that Yu-Gi-Oh! Once had a Tier 0 deck called Pepe. We will never forget Pepe.
It's a good deck. I would run that.
Yeah, a lot of people did, Dylan. If I recall correctly, hang on, I have to look up the video to prove it, because it's the only place I know where to check it. But I believe Pepe was the one... Thank you for explaining why it's called Pepe, because I didn't do that. I don't think it was. Okay, no, it wasn't Pepe. It was Zodiacs. Zodiacs were also a mistake, chat. I can't believe Konami thought that they were okay. I'm remembering all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed art that came out when UM was announced. I miss those days. Remember when Momoyo was just Minecraft Steve? Those days are long gone. That meme just kind of died eventually. Don't get me started on Zodiacs. Don't get me started on Zodiacs. I get mad just thinking about them. They're stupid and I hate them. Metal Foe's Yang Zing is a deck? Dude. Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite did nothing wrong. It was just too ahead of its time as generic pendulum support. You know, I don't really know why the dynamic of the spell card rules is the way it is. Reimu is most definitely not weak. But like, I just don't understand how this perspective works. Like, is this also a thing in the spell card rules? Did Reimu agree that she has to hit Kogasa 1 billion times and then Kogasa wins if she hits her once? Maybe that's how good Reimu is, because she'll take those agreements because of how good she is. Their searcher isn't even part of their archetype. Yeah.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah. Link Evolution I will give... It teaches you the mechanics fairly well, I'd say, in the tutorials, but, what was my train of thought doing? It's not a great game to actually duel because A, the card pool is hella outdated, and that also means the ban list is hella outdated. But I'd say Legacy is fine enough at teaching you things. Just not a lot of things. Electromite wasn't even using the Yang Zing hybrid. Didn't use them fusion monsters either. You just needed something to pop your Yang Zings to float into Jiaotou for comboing and then retrieve the 2 pendulum Yang Zings. Huh. Neat. Reimu is powerful in very silly ways. You know who also is? The Lunarians! Ha 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 ha! Chad, could you imagine if the spell card rules went both ways and Touhou was basically just a bullet hell version of dive kick? Just one hit and you're dead, both ways. I don't know. I don't understand why lore-wise the fights would be so one-sided like this, but from a gameplay perspective, it makes perfect sense because. Yeah, if my boss fight was fighting against player Reimu, I'd probably, I don't think the series would be as popular as it is. Nice point, brah. I love video games. You like how that UFO didn't turn red?
Now it did.
What other Hakurai Shrine Maiden is here in the time frame? Reimu's mom. Don't know where she is, but she did exist. She had to have. I would hope so, at least. I don't know how often they talk about Reimu's parentage in canon and any other things. Thank you, Blazera, for 268 bits. That's an oddly specific number. But thank you for the oddly specific number. I like oddly specific numbers. They're funny. $268 is the amount of grays Dylan has if he has less grays. Yeah, he has a lot of grays. That's true. Touhou lore has some iffy things too, like does everyone's route happen? Do general details hold but not the exact way we see them unfold, and then you have the shenanigans around the spell card rules. This game is a prime example of how like whether or not all the campaigns happen, because, you know, Dylan said it before and I'll repeat it here, but you can't exactly just keep resealing and unsealing Byakuren for all three of them to happen. That's just kind of silly. You could, but they most certainly did not. Well, 69 is the funny number, but there are other funny numbers. Comedy is dead.
That went bad.
Which parts of PC98 contradict or don't contradict Windows? Well, if it does contradict Windows, then no, it doesn't, because now Windows takes priority.
Shit.
Can we appreciate the fact that Unzon can just make two of himself? Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Big
It's a
cloud,
pretty
man.
impressive ability. Chad, do you think Ichirin would be even remotely notable as a character if she didn't have Unzon? Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's UFO.
Why are we doing this? Why did you even, like, give your chat the option to make you do this?
Well, got a lot of money.
You do realize that after you do this, you just have to do it again, but harder, right?
Yes.
Why did you do this to yourself?
Can't grab that.
Chat, I really do wish we could get another pair-up style game in the future like Imperishable Night. Because you know what it means, chat? It means you get character interactions. And you know what I love in this series? Character interactions. Oh, if it isn't Reimu, what's up?
Classic line. Alright.
Or, again, look at Snai interacting with Nue. She's just like, you an alien? And Nue has no idea what the hell she's talking about, but she just kind of rolls with it. And then Snai's just excited that she got to meet an alien because Nue said it was fine. That's unfortunate.
There was no bullet there.
Yeah, I disagree with you getting hit there too, honestly. Shoot and I'll move. Wait, I mean move and I'll shoot. That's another classic. And Perishable Night Marissa might be the best written Marissa, but that's assuming maybe in the main games. I don't know how she is in the written works, because I haven't read those because I'm uncultured. God, that's a game theory. What if Sanaya's canonical ending in this game is the bad ending where she gets stuck and every Sanaya is just a robot built by the Moria Shrine? That sounds like Matt Pat's recent FNAF theory. And I don't even want to touch that right now.
I can't believe you watched that.
I can't believe it either. I don't know what compelled me to do it. I just saw it and was like, fuck it. Because I've been out of the FNAF lore loop. I basically stopped paying attention after Sister Location. And then out of nowhere, I just decided to watch Markiplier play Security Breach, and I was like, I should probably figure out where the hell I left off. And that was a mistake because I forgot the series isn't supposed to make sense anymore.
It's a bit confusing.
The series should have ended at the 4th game like it said it would.
Yeah.
I would die on that hill.
It did get a bit messy.
It was already messy as it was. What's the theory about? The main character kid in Security Breach has similar features to the crying child from FNAF 4. Therefore, he is a robotic duplicate. No, I'm not making this up. That was the theory. And I saw people making memes on Twitter about just people can't have similar characteristics anymore. Is this the crying child from FNAF? Chat, am I the crying child from FNAF? If I have brown hair and a striped shirt, am I the crying child? Was that ever confirmed, or was that just another game theory that the ending of FNAF 4 was basically just a dream? Because I remember that was the big thing. Am I Ness? I could be Ness. Put on a striped shirt, pair of shorts, red baseball cap, and say, okay. I'm basically Ness. I've got a skeleton inside me. Does that count? Damn, so close.
That was almost perfect.
So close.
Uh...
I like to believe the entire Five Nights at Freddy's series is a dream at this point because it makes no goddamn sense. Did you know FNAF has books? I didn't know that.
I did.
Oh, I knew that because I did watch Game Theory, but I didn't know that otherwise. Remember the movie?
I forgot about that.
Exactly. Something about Ethan and RE5 that was brought up in the playthrough recently. Quick, do you know what they're talking about?
What?
I didn't mention it because I didn't understand it, but they're talking about Ethan and RE5 and said that it was brought up in the recent playthrough.
Oh yeah, Ethan Winters.
Yeah.
Or Ethan W, not Ethan Winters. But the timeline doesn't work for it.
Oh, okay. What exactly is it? Because I don't know the details of this.
It's just mentioned that he's like on Umbrella's executive list, I suppose, stuff like that.
But weren't they all like assassinated at this point because they're all like scumfucks?
Yeah, that was the whole thing though.
Oh, bye, Life Piece. This stage is great.
I fucked up immensely.
Resident Evil lore is interesting to me, just because it's got a rich history to it, and I wouldn't know about like half of it if it wasn't for the loading screens in RE5. Like, who the hell is Oswald E. Spencer? I've never seen this guy before. Oh, he's in this game? Oh, he's dead.
He's the big guy.
He was the big guy, but like he didn't actually appear until RE5, didn't he?
Well, you never really see him, but he's like,
yeah, he's like the big
guy. He's the
guy.
main Umbrella guy.
Yeah, he was the one who had Marcus assassinated. And then someone else had William Birkin assassinated. The assassination was kind of a running thing in Umbrella. They weren't exactly great people. Okay.
I like that I didn't even get the life pieces for any of that effort I put in, because this is a good game.
This is a good game. Well,
I died for nothing. For fucking nothing.
Make a virus, get assassinated. Yeah, that's basically how it goes in Umbrella. and then you inject yourself with it because apparently the assassins weren't very good at their jobs and didn't actually kill you.
Oh wait, I needed that bomb.
Well, we're here now. Yo, hold up. Damn, so close.
Garbage spell card.
Here's my crazy theory. Dylan is screaming internally every second shows on screen. That's not a theory, that's just a fact. Also, show doesn't have to be on screen, he just has to play UFO.
I was okay, I panicked.
I have a theory too. 2 + 2 = 4? You're crazy. You cray. Yes.
Go? I mean, I don't have to capture it, but Cho?
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. He blew it, chat.
Wow, that's an embarrassing way to die.
'Tis unfortunate, but what can you do?
Man.
You know, chat, you know something I want to do is, chat, and I don't know if I do it on my own time or if Dylan would even be down to do it, but what I want to do is, way back during the big event on November 6th, I remember the date, you can't?
Yeah, I can't. Shit.
I want to do a thing where, when Dylan was asking everybody what their favorite Touhou game was, it got me thinking about mine. And I realized, I don't know if I have a confident answer. So what I want to do, either on my own time or, again, if Dylan wanted to do it as well, is just kind of go through all the games again in order, just do a normal 1cc and figure out which ones we actually like.
I hate all of them then, by that logic.
Then why are we doing this?
You know why we're doing this.
Well, I know why we're doing this, but why are we doing, like, why would this be happening if you hated them all?
I don't know. We all play video
You
games
a
we hate.
masochist?
He hates it!
He hates Touhou! Alright, that was some squeezing. Content, TM. To be fair, Dylan, would you rather just play through all the games again in order on normal, or would you rather keep playing UFO hard?
I think I want to commit a war crime. That's what I think right now.
You gonna fortune teller someone? You did this, chat. Chat, you did this. I also contributed because I'm a sub too. And goodbye, UFO. Man, I'm really glad that the stage design lets you sit in place long enough to hit the UFO.
Only if you do it perfectly.
Chat, I honestly forgot about Okina's final spell in 16. It's not a great moment. Probably the low point of 16. I think 16 is a great game otherwise. But then, yeah, that ending where it's just like, alright, you know that gimmick you've been using the whole game?
Gone.
Not anymore.
You know what really sucks is when you get to this point when you're actually on pace for a 1cc and then you just like get really nervous because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's how that's how all my AOSD 1CCs went back in the day.
I did that thing again.
What thing?
Where I tried to get an extra life, but the game punished me for it.
Of
That
course.
one.
I should have known. And yeah, the part where she drops you down to no power when your power is unrelated to the subseason is kind of annoying.
I was on the wrong side anyway, but I figured it would work the same regardless. Guess that was not the case.
The next sub goal should factor in Dylan's bills for a therapist. He's gonna need it after he's done with this. You do not walk away from UFO with the same man you were before. Only use Winter. Is this the one I can dodge semi alright? I use Winter because I liked playing Marissa after a while and doubling
No
up.
more video game for me.
Alright, I'll give a few more shots, but I ain't got much left in me either.
Alright.
Now
Man.
it's my turn to pretend to have fun.
Fucking Jesus, this game is so difficult. The worst part is, chat, no matter how much I practice on the later stages, every time I get to stage 5 on 1cc pace, I'm way too nervous.
Yeah.
I'm unbelievably nervous. Oh my god. And then everything fucks up. Waterfall is stage 4, yeah. Stage 4 Mountain of Faith. Oh my god. Every time, man. I took a real bad hit to Kokasa.
Yeah. And then you had that moment where you died trying to get the UFO.
And then I almost perfected Marasa!
Not even that, just you missed the life piece that dropped because game good, and then the UFO left because game
Okay,
good.
yeah, that whole section at stage 5 was just annoying.
The
because
entirety of stage 5 is just
I
ass.
tried to do that in a way that I got the extra lives, but instead I got hit and didn't get any life pieces instead. So, you know.
Good game.
Man. UFO escapes are always your own fault. Thank you for the info. I appreciate that right now.
That's primo advice.
Yeah, primo advice for the moment. Maybe consider a time and place.
UFO give me a right UFO challenge. Impossible. All caps. Yeah, it's definitely Dylan's fault that the stage literally forces him to go into certain places where he can't hit the UFO. It's definitely his fault that the stage design is the way it is.
Kaboom! No damage.
Oh.
I literally do not want to hear how to play the game after going for an hour and a half playing the game. I don't want to hear it.
I also don't recall asking how to play the game.
It's like when you watch a speedrunner stream and they fail a trick and then someone's like, oh man, should have practiced it. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have just not failed the trick. I'll get on that. Imagine yourself in their situation and have that happen to you.
What do you
realize
mean, dude? I LNN
I don't feel very good.
Oh man, I LNN this game with my eyes shut and with my feet. Alright, I find that looking ahead of myself for that spell card makes reacting to it a lot easier. Not easy, but easier.
Pew, pew.
Alright, I had a rainbow UFO lined up. I guess. I don't know when that happened. Oh, I don't have any bombs. Shit. Oh well.
Went well. Well done. This game is hard.
This game is hard. Actually, I beat this game on my first try. I honestly didn't think it was that hard, TBH. Fuck, I hate this fucking game.
No, I know, Hawkeye. I know. You can tell when somebody's being an asshole on purpose. But, like, you can also tell that after 2.5 hours of this game, I don't want to hear. I really don't want to hear about how it's my fault that I lost. I'm well aware. I've just been playing the game for 2.5 hours.
The internet is free. Well, it's not. You do have to pay for access to it. Probably for the best, honestly. Alright. No matter how many times I do this stage, I find myself... Oh, 4 lives. That's really good, actually.
4 lives, no bombs. But that's okay, because these bombs don't do anything anyway.
True.
Have fun!
I got 2 red UFOs, just the way I like it.
IN is quite difficult. The game just lets you start with a lot of
I'm
lives.
so fucking pissed right now.
If you tried to play through IN with default lives, you would have a time and a half.
Yeah. Alright, well, now I can't do the red UFO bit because I'm not going to have full power.
Yeah. It's alright, Hawkeye, I get it. I understand. I don't usually care about this. I really don't. But, you know, after going for so long on it, let me just mauld, alright? Let the streamer mauld.
Yeah, let the streamer mauld. The streamer's allowed to mauld. The people gotta make a big fucking deal out of it. I almost got hit. I should have gotten hit.
At least your frogs hit her.
Yeah.
Ooh, playing
Alright,
dangerously
cool.
there.
I managed to cap it despite not having full power. That was cool. And
Malding is why we have copy pastas.
true. Cool.
You know, I have no idea where the skill issue meme even came from.
I don't know.
I just think it's funny. Because it's
Skill
only ever to be said in situations where it's all RNG. Like Pokemon.
Focus Blast missed again?
If you miss and you get critted, that's a skill issue.
Yeah, remember that time Tauros got crit Ice Fang frozen? Skill issue.
I can't believe that fucking happened.
Fuck off, I pressed bomb, you piece of fucking garbage. Man, I remember when this was a good run.
Oh, I know skill issue is a meme. I just don't know where it came from. I just think it's funny.
It is funny.
Ooh.
Good RNG.
This is what happens when you get to a boss on with good resources.
Yep, it's always like this, man.
I can't dodge Kane's lasers. I have never been able to do it.
Weird, man. I never had trouble with them, but I kind of get it.
I just can't do them. I don't know why I can't do them. I think the GG skill issue came from some game journalist review of Guilty Gear Strive or something.
Oh.
GG, there was just a severe gap in our skill levels. Can you imagine someone saying that to you after beating you?
Yeah.
I was simply better than you. Whoa. What a squeeze.
I mean, I've had a lot of things said to me after I beat people.
Dude, Kane stuff with racing trips me up. I'm the opposite. I mean, some of racing stuff I cannot handle. But
It's fine.
for the most part, I have more confidence in everything she does than anything Kane does.
I don't have any bombs. Whoops.
I like how sometimes a UFO just pops.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close. I hate that. I feel like if I get hit in stage 2, I need to start the whole game over.
I feel that way in stage 3 in some games.
Well, in this game, stage 3 is expected to kill me at least twice.
Oh, you're right. I'm here already.
No bombs, by the way.
Yep.
I don't have much of an opinion on stage 3 in IN. It's just kind of a stage.
It just exists.
I remember specifically there are fairies that show up in the stage that don't die when Kane shows up,
Damn it.
which is really annoying.
Yeah.
They just keep shooting with her, and I'm just like, fuck off! Who's the hardest stage 2 boss? If you've seen Kogasa's patterns on Lunatic, they're probably her.
Alright. Using my bombs there because they're not getting used anywhere else. Use one
Oh
here.
boy.
I want to have that bomb, but
Oh, Ringo's also pretty rough.
Ringo's pretty rough too, but then again, that's 15's kind of cheating. Just like Hina. Except it's a lot harder than Hina, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot more going on.
Fuck it. Just use the bomb, get through it.
Hardest stage 1 boss? I'm pretty sure most people would say Yam, but I've never experienced the Lunatic Yam, so I have no opinion. Timeout smell.
Alright.
I can't even watch this. Closing my eyes until it's over.
Okay. It's a good thing he's not watching this, because I don't want to watch this. Got scared. Where do I stand? I can't see. Okay. B. Alright, I'm glad I got a chance to react to that when it disappeared. Oh, 3,
I
2.
opened my eyes and saw that. You're gonna have to...
Yeah, don't care. Don't even fucking care.
That spell card's bad for my heart.
Alright, I don't remember this.
It's basically just this.
I can't dodge diagonally, dude.
Sweat frog.
Do it perfectly then.
Scary choices.
I don't know where else to go. Bah!
Halfway there.
I really don't want to do this again, man.
Oh, it's 10-2 anyway. Can wrap
Yeah,
it
I
up.
don't wanna. I don't like UFO chat.
Yeah, you don't like UFO.
I don't like UFO.
That was rough. Yeah, that's hard to watch. Those are so fucking scary. You made so many choices to go through things instead of around them. That's why I can't watch the fucking timeout, because it's basically just that. It's actually bad for my heart, straight up.
It's not much better for mine when I'm doing it.
Oh my god. All right, no more UFO for now. I need to take a drink.
I need milk. My throat is really dry.
So yeah, chat. For as far as practice goes, I don't really know how much more I can really practice. I mean, I probably should practice the UFO stuff, but I don't even really know how to go about doing that. But as far as the bosses and like stage go, I kind of know what I'm doing up to that point. But then it's just a matter of actually keeping my resources throughout the game, which is really difficult because the game is hard. And you also don't get any resources on boss fights until you beat them, and even then it's 1/4 of a life. That's all you get while doing boss fights, which is not very much, all things considered. You get basically fucking nothing. In fact, you get absolutely nothing from Byakuren's fight at all. She does not offer anything. What you reach her with is exactly what you have to deal with for the entire fight, and that is not a short fight. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll come back at it and we'll try again later. There you go.